On Saturday, May 2nd, the entire community is invited to one of the most unique and beautiful celebrations of life that you can ever have. It's 13 years in the making, and that is why we are checking in here today on this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by Valor Hospice Care in Sierra Vista. We're joined by Megan and Kylie to talk about the butterfly release. 13 years. We're pretty sure 13 years, Megan, right?
It feels like 14, but we're thinking it's 13.
Let's talk about this is something that Valor Hospice Care has done for the community for well over a decade. And it's one of those things where how you guys deal in the business of life and death literally every day. And there's different ways to mourn. Everyone can mourn in their own way, but there's also ways to celebrate a life well lived. And this is such a unique way of doing that.
Yeah, it's well, we hold it in the spring, and new life, new beginnings, and it's just a way for us to kind of thank the community, and also it's bereavement for us, it's bereavement for them. It's a way to honor the loved ones that have gone on before us, and we just do it every year. And
And thinking about this is a way for the community to almost not get closure necessarily. It could be a step toward that, but could also just be a step of saying, that is my family member, and having their family member's name read at this event. That's something so powerful.
It's remembrance. My dad passed away over 30 years ago, and we still read his name every year. It is just, to hear their names read again, to hear it out loud. They were here, they contributed and made life more beautiful for a lot of us. And it's just really meaningful thing that, to do that.
And that's something to consider as well, because it doesn't need to be someone who just passed away this past year. It can be someone who has passed away at any point in time, because we live in a very transient community where people come in and they're thinking, oh, how do I be a part of this? And how do I get my family member's name read? Maybe they passed away 30 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, maybe a handful of years ago. And you want to honor their memory in a way that celebrates them with the community here.
And they don't have to have ever been a patient of Valor Hospice. They can be any loved one. If you would like to have their name read and release a butterfly in their honor, or if you would like to purchase more than one butterfly, do several family members, or if you want to purchase some so that other people can, have the opportunity to release them. They are $3 a piece, so it's not very much. But it's a gift that you can give to others also.
And thinking about it, people are wondering, my gosh, May 2nd feels like so far away. I promise you, it's going to get here before we know it. But thinking about this, Kylie, it's good to see you. I'll let you take the talking stick here for a second. Megan just mentioned, the cost per butterfly, and whether people are there in person or not, they can still purchase a butterfly. How do they go about doing that?
So right now we still order directly from Clover Lawn Butterflies. I believe they're based out of Florida, but, so we don't take any payments over the phone, because we, I don't want to say we sell the butterflies, but we do purchase them at cost. So when you're paying the $3, it's exactly what we pay. There's no profit involved here. But so you can either come in and you can do a cash or check. And every year we say we're going to try to figure out a way to do it a different way, but this year we're not there. So we are still just doing cash and check. The checks need to be made out directly to Clover Lawn Butterflies. We do have a deadline of April 17th just to ensure that the butterflies do arrive on time before the ceremony. But yeah, so you can come into the office anytime. Our business hours are 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. Just pop by right at the front desk. You can place your orders. You can take the names. We'll take the pronunciations as well if they have a difficult name to pronounce, so that when we read them aloud, we're not,
It's pronounced correctly. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So just stop by the office anytime during business hours, and we can take that payment. And you don't have to purchase a butterfly to have names read aloud. If you just want the name read aloud, you can just call us, and you can give the name and we'll read them aloud. There's no cost to that. The money is just for the butterflies.
And you guys do such a great job every year. It takes place at the Southern Arizona Memorial Veterans Cemetery, which is the cemetery right off of Buffalo Soldier Trail. You go all the way back to where the flagpoles are set up on that. It's not, I guess it's a ramada area of sorts. There's no covering. So we do recommend people bring your umbrellas, stay hydrated, and wear a hat.
Sunscreen.
Sun protection, absolutely, because it usually is a nice warm day and a nice warm morning there to be able to celebrate. And having that space there, it just makes it that much more special.
Yeah, they really do a great job of setting us up there. And then we do have a couple tents there set up. We usually have some water and cookies, some refreshments just to kind of keep you going through the day. But I do want to say that you don't need to get a pass to get on to the cemetery, because I've had that question a lot recently. The address does say Fort Huachuca, but you don't have to go through the gate to get to the cemetery.
Exactly. It's right off of Buffalo Soldier Trail. They'll direct you in, and then you find a parking space and just walk on up and be ready for that 10 a.m. ceremony. What does the ceremony entail? Obviously, it's not just a reading. There are dignitaries there who are a part of this, and then the butterflies are the pièce de résistance, right, Megan?
Yes. We usually have a little music, and a poem. One of the daughter of one of our former patients who has passed. Before she passed, it's Wendy Grundy. Her mother, before she passed, she wrote a beautiful poem for her family, and she reads that every year, and it's really meaningful. So we'll do that, and then we will.
Tombstone High School color guard.
Oh yeah,
color
Tombstone.
guard. That'll be nice, and then we'll read the names out, and we read them out slowly and solemnly, so that everyone has an opportunity to hear their loved one's name read. And then at the end, we usually ask if there are any other names that people would like read, and we almost always get some people who either they stood up or they didn't get the name in on time, but if they stand up, they can request that name to be read, and we're happy to do that.
But that's why we're getting this video out as soon as possible, so that way you have enough time to make sure that your loved one's name is read at the Celebration of Life, the annual butterfly release ceremony held at the Southern Arizona Memorial Veterans Cemetery off of Buffalo Soldier Trail. It'll be at 10 a.m. on Saturday, May 2nd. We want the entire community there. Cool FM Live will be there live streaming, just as we have for all these several years now that we've been out there to live stream. So that way people who are even watching somewhere far away, what we've done is while we're doing this live, we encourage the viewers, hey, you're not here, but type your loved one's name in the comments section. And they do that throughout this entire, I'm getting goosebumps right now because it is so special to be able to see see these names just come up on the screen, and you know that that is someone who was a loved one of someone who was viewing this. And if you are someone who is viewing this right now, make sure that you purchase your butterfly. They do it at cost. There's no extra additional charge that they tack on to anything. This is all done for the community. It is the ceremony that's open to the public, and we want you there. We want you to be a part of this day to remember, reflect, and celebrate the lives that continue to inspire us. All the information will be in the post description. And thank you guys so much for letting us check in with you today. It's such a great ceremony, and we cannot wait for it to come here.
We are right next door to Kentucky Fried Chicken, right on Fry Boulevard.
Exactly.
So,
they get the smell right there.
I know,
and all
you
day
might
long.
have to have chicken afterward. Just saying.
But you can stop by Valor Hospice Care on Fry Boulevard. All the details will be in the post description to make sure that you have your loved one's name read at the Valor Hospice Care Celebration of Life. Thank you guys so much for letting us check in with you today. And thank you for watching this episode of Checking In with Jeff Davenport, brought to you by our good friends at Valor Hospice Care here in Sierra Vista, with the Celebration of Life, the annual butterfly release ceremony coming Saturday, May 2nd, 10 a.m. at the Southern Arizona Memorial Veterans Cemetery. We want you to be a part of this. Please give them a call. Get your loved ones' names in, whether they've passed in the past year or in the past decades. It doesn't matter. They want to honor your loved one, and you can have that opportunity to do that. When you call them, the number's in the post description. When you stop by, their address is in the post description. And when you purchase a butterfly, all the details are in the post description. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing this video. Have a great day, everybody. And we'll check in with you again later on. Awesome. Thank you guys.